Holy shit. What it do, what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the peace dealer, coming through live and hot. Holler. Thank y'all for your patience. If we believe, we will receive. I think that's definitely the word of today, if not this cycle. What's up, Miss Kiki, who tuned in at 11:11? How y'all doing? What's up, Nosh? What's up, Lux? What's up, Master Nuda? You know what time it is. Elements of Life, XX, Amazing Fruits, Becca, Elena, Evel De Bono, Emily, Nibiru, Lady N, Beautiful Creator, Nebula Star. Shout out to Jaiwan. I just got this amazing book from her. This is she said she made it with the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe in mind. This is awesome. It's like a spell book. This is so much an answer to prayer. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, like, this is amazing. Current moon sign. We're going to do a peace talk soon. It's going to be lit. Do you have your peace clock yet? Do you have your the peace dealer clock yet? It is available on my website right now. Holler at me. Go and comment. I have a current 40% sale on all readings and reports for all of February. Let's get it. Oh. And what's up, Moon River? What's up, Joa? Thank you, Kay. Gang. Looking forward to that session. Oh yeah. Um yeah, yo. So yeah, this is normally earlier than I usually do this. Yeah, we do. This is usually earlier than I'm used to, but definitely wanted to get this out the way while we're more exact with this full moon. And yeah. Yuck. All right, my bad. Dealing with vibes. Other than that, there's really not much I have to say. Oh, Sandra, yes, I did. I just let it play in the background, but some that I heard just what I needed to hear, and it's actually in line. What's up, Life Misspelled? It's actually in line. What's up, Jen? It's definitely in line. Hey, Torianne and Camila, with a lot of this Venus transit. What's up, Shannon? We literally just started 4 minutes ago. Venus is in Aries, so I'm going to do the Venus in Aries transit talk. And the Venus in Aries transit talk is going to be one of the more important ones I do. What's up, Not Relevant? What's up, Samurai Prayer? What's up, Initiated Daughter? So, thank you, Little Fox. You have just initiated a brand new love cycle. And let me tell you why this is important. Many of the relationships that you've gotten in prior to this transit were a part of an old dying love cycle that was meant to see its way out. Okay. However, many of you were in contact with people who you were meant to get with during this new cycle. For example, it's like you have a contract with Verizon and you were already done with Verizon 2 years ago, but you still have to wait out your contract. So you were meeting T-Mobile representatives. You were meeting Sprint representatives because now that the cycle is done, now you're deciding, okay, I really like that Sprint representative. Imagine buying Sprint. Sprint is trash. No offense to Sprint. And maybe Sprint might be better. I don't know, but fuck Sprint. But yeah, like imagine, you go to Sprint or you go to T-Mobile. I feel bad now for saying fuck Sprint. But like the whole purpose is you're about to maybe re-up with Verizon. The important thing here is you're going to see relationship dynamics move forward with people that it couldn't move forward with before because they were not on contract. He said cricket is where it's at. That's hilarious. Although cricket is dope. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Some of you were probably in and out of relationships while someone who you liked was in a relationship, or you might have been getting to know a friend. You know what I mean? You're going to see that now shit gets real by the time Venus gets into Taurus. Venus and Aries, what's up, Big Empress Energy? Venus and Aries is initiating new love cycles that with people that you've met a year or 2 years ago that you could have been with, but they weren't done with their contract. You weren't done with your contract. Some of you were attaching to people who you really met them just to close out. Oh, Nobu Yoshi, what's up, bro? Some of you were meeting people just to close out karmic contracts that you incarnated with. Okay. And so you're wondering why you feel this strong attraction to them, but it's like, it's just not working out. That's because you were supposed to rekindle the love and then like end that shit. Okay. But if you knew that, many of you wouldn't do that. And so this is where some confusion came in. Advanced practitioners saw it and let go. Some of you had to be tricked into not knowing that. But I think the most important thing, and please let me know if this is accurate for you, because if you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean you're going to meet someone new. You're going to enter a new phase with an existing partner. But this is so important because some of you are around people who you're meant to be with, but the contract wasn't finished. Now the contract is finished. And meant to be with is not in a predestined way where we are meant to be together forever. It's like what the train tracks just weren't flowing. Now you're a free agent, they're a free agent. If you want to walk through that door, it is both your free will choice. I put free will in quotes because that's hilarious concept. But yes, keep this in mind because you're going to find that certain people who you didn't really look at sexually, the scales are moved. Like you start to find them more attractive. They start to find you more attractive. You're going to find this play out in platonic or like not so much platonic friends, but just people who you never really saw anything with, or maybe people who you might have seen something with, but there was a block into getting in there. This is going to be very, 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 very sudden. And mind you, Mars is still squaring Aries. Sorry, Mars is still squaring Venus. So this is what's going to make this abrupt. This is just going to make this a and like boom. Okay. So just know that you have cleared one of the nastiest, grimiest love cycles ever. And what makes it nasty and grimy is that you've been dealing with situations that have refused to honor your inherent divinity. Similar to what someone else said earlier, much of the love situations you are in ended up with you being demonized for you being you. That's not true love. Okay. And so these new cycles are going to be relevant to downloads you've received that apply to these new dynamics and aspects, and you're not going to be demonized for being yourself. These are going to be people who recognize you. I have to really emphasize that this is incorporating Venus conjuncting Chiron. So stay tuned for that transit talk. I'm going to do it this coming week, if not Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday. This is going to be like the real deal here. This is a part of manifesting this dream in every part of your life. So for those of you who've been wanting hope when it comes, because Venus is not just love. Venus is relationships with your friends, with your parents, with your lovers, with platonic friends. And so you're going to see this dynamic play out in all your relationships. Okay. But other than that, we have just finished, okay, a cycle, an extraordinary cycle with the new moon in Aquarius, downloading and manifesting superpowers for the first time ever, collectively. And the reason why I say the first time ever is this isn't the first time people have awoken superpowers. The movies are going to, of course, as they have to, exaggerate things so they are pronounced more. And so awakening of superpowers is more of a momentous event. In real life, awakening superpowers is like farting. It just happens. And you're just like, oh, I did that. And in many cases, it's accidental. You don't even know what you did until like months later. And then you just start to get it. Okay. So everything that happened before was individual. It was not on a collective level. The outer planets were in individual zodiac signs. You had Uranus and Pluto in Cancer coming out to Leo. So the superpower awakenings and supernatural abilities happen at individual and social levels individually. This is the very first time ever in life where, as a collective body, everyone's awakening superpowers. And mind you, at this initial level, this isn't meant to be as dramatic. For some of you, it will be because y'all are just full of drama. But it's going to be like Frieza or Bulma, who wanted to make a wish to the dragon. People thought Frieza wanted immortality, but then Frieza already knew what that was like when he was in hell. And hell for Frieza was a bunch of people being happy and in love, and that drove Frieza insane. And Frieza was like, immortality is not what it's cracked up to be. So people didn't know Frieza really wanted to wish for like to be like 7 centimeters taller. And Bulma wanted like, I think a half a cup bigger in her breasts, only because like if it's too big you'll notice, but if it's just big enough Toriyama, yo, no one will barely notice. And like that's kind of like how these superpowers are awakening too, because we're looking at incremental advancement in perhaps facets of your being that you've had. This is how you know if you want like a because everything I'm saying about superpowers is mad extreme. I'm wanting to give you an extreme look because that's where we're headed. But let me give you a more realistic understanding of this. If you were able to focus for a minute, now you can focus for 10 whole minutes. And that extra 9 minutes is everything. That's the extra span of what constitutes all the powers you're awakening. Okay, if you were able to like hold space with people in a room and be a little nervous, now you're not nervous anymore. Like it's the smallest advancements and changes that are going to make for the biggest growth. Maybe you used to be a trash freestyler, now you're all right. Okay, like it's huge. So keep that in mind. If you want indicators, don't look for the dramatic, because some people will get skeptical and be like, well, you said I was going to awaken superpowers and I can't fly and I'm not having telekinesis. And it's like, calm down, grasshopper. Like you're not Dr. Manhattan. You have a human form and you process information like humans do. So you need to give yourselves time in this space. but look to the little things you've improved. Maybe it was so impossible for you to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now you can wake up at 10. Now you can wake up at 8 every other day. Okay. Chances are, especially if you have Virgo energy, it's stuff you're beating yourself up for. So before we get into this ceremony, are you still beating yourself up unnecessarily? So shame on you. When will you acknowledge and recognize yourself to be the amazing being that you are? Please do so, as you have just completed a super important cycle that has established relevant knowledge of these powers you have awakened into. And this is where we shift out of power and into character. Because if one thing has been revealed, it's your higher being. And it's the true essence of who you are. What's up, Justin? Where are my Wolverine claws, Mike? Where are they, huh? Right, Lotus. Well, don't look too far. First, examine your bone structure. You'll find a lot more there than you may find in adamantium because your actual bones are real. Keep this in mind, though, because for the last 2 weeks, we started a literal cycle that established new knowledge under a new moon. We had a first quarter square with the moon in Taurus to literally make real the activation of our findings and then correct through corrective measures as this is now full in Leo. And so, what this full moon in Leo is harvesting for you is the energetic, exciting, passionate manifestation of this knowledge expressed through courage to literally live it out. About to be a Keyblade master. So, from now until the moon in Scorpio, this is going to manifest this harvest. Full moons are analogous to a harvest season where over the next week, you pick out the crops that you've spent the past cycle nurturing. From the new moon to the full moon, we laid the seeds and we let it grow. We nurtured it with water, and now all the crops are growing. So from Scorpio moon to the new moon in Pisces, we're clearing the field to get ready for a new cycle. But until then, we're going to be manifesting what we've harvested. And do you know what you've harvested, my friends? Real relevant knowledge to you, to who you have become. Because the most important part about accessing this advancement in your consciousness is anchoring it into the full knowledge of who you are. And this is where we go back into 2018, where we did that ritual to really claim who our super selves are. And so if you were a part of that, I vividly remember Aries season of 2018, we did a ceremony to pretty much claim our identities, right? This was back when I was saying, I'm the Archangel Michael. I am a lightning sage. Okay. I didn't really have a lot of understanding of what that meant. I just kind of knew this is the archetype I fulfilled. Versus now, where I have lived this and I have a much deeper understanding. And I still don't know shit, but I have a much deeper understanding of what it means to be who I represent. Please understand there's still a lot much more discovery, but you are on the precipice of quantum breakthrough. Because what's up, Empress? What makes this full moon different than any other new or full moon that we have ever had in Leo and Aquarius is that Uranus is in Taurus. And Uranus in Taurus is the electricity. Astrotheology is the electricity and the depth perception of understanding. What's up, Nisha? To actually make super real these electric and abstract understandings. In other words, Aquarius is an air sign. It's mental knowledge that's communicated. Is that tangible? Can you see it really? Because you can see it, but can you see it? Can you see fire, Leo? Can you see love? It's felt. This energy of courage is felt. But you can see Taurus. Shit, you can actually sense Taurus. Look at this. So what's happening is you're manifesting this electrically through your physical body for the first time ever. And this is where, be careful of them fixed signs, yo, because Taurus knows way more. Any Taurus you're around right now knows way more than they're letting on. They're just shutting up and they're letting you expose yourself. They're noticing every little detail to what you do, what you don't do, and it's exposing your character to them. And if they have integrity, that's good. If they don't, good luck. Like, be careful. Aquariuses are ascending to a higher level that's allowing them to translate cosmic influences real time and take macrocosmic understanding and make sense of it to you. So the asteroid that flew over Mars, they know what happened and they know what it means to you. What's more important, however, wait a gosh darn minute. What's more important, however, is you're going to notice a definitive evolution. Wait, one moment. Oh, thank God. All right, my bad. I got a little distracted. So you're going to notice with this energy, the fixed signs are going to be very, very much so. Is that how you feel? Please hit that like button if you haven't already. It's going to be very much so more in tune. So Tauruses are really going to just pick up based off of your body language. They're going to look at your body and have a conversation with your body that you may not be aware of. Aquariuses are going to be reading your mind directly. They're going to be having conversations with your minds. Leos are going to pretty much be looking into your heart, and you will not have to say a single word. Leo is just going to see your heart. They're going to see everything that you're excited about, or they're going to test and say things to see if you're as excited as them, as they're about. And your lack of enthusiasm will reveal everything to that Leo. Scorpio is pretty much going to see a few steps ahead of your current situation and be able to pace reality around you based on that. So be very mindful of what you do, because like every action you take, they've almost already seen the fifth action you're going to take. So pretty much like Aqua sees your mind, Taurus sees your body, Leo sees your heart, Scorpio sees your soul, just like Nebula Star said. But you're going to find with this transit, their ability to do so is so much more focused and on point that if you're around any, just be very mindful of what input they give you, because it's definitely going to be relevant to what you're going through. And this applies more to suns than it does to moons, but it applies to moons and risings too. This is very important because the next new moon is in Pisces, and the full moon we're going to have is going to feature a Mars conjunction. The full moon in Virgo is going to feature a Mars conjunction with all the Capricorn energy, while Venus is conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So the next cycle ahead from Pisces and Virgo is going to fully immerse you into the magical experience of a lifetime that's going to have you actually perceive all these abstract concepts that until now have been more science fiction. And this is what's going to take your personal observations and understanding and actually make them canon. Because remember, this is more so a storyboard written by a team of narrators, Aquariuses, than anything, who are just pretty much writing stories about your life and not telling you, which is so controversial. But we don't have the Galactic Federation high court set up, so we can't even sue them. But I'm going on a tangent. What's very, very important about now is that if Aquarius, Aquarius is like, stop telling. If Aquarius is the cosmic source of electricity, this is the best part about this transit right now. Before you turn on a video game and you get the experience, before you turn on any appliance, you have a source of power. You have a power battery that provides a mechanism with energy. What triggers that energy? Electricity. So let's take this smartphone. I press the power button and light turns on. Okay. I press the power button. This is so important here. That power button is Leo. The act of me pressing the button is Aries. The actual source of this coming on is Leo. And then you seeing the image is Sagittarius. Okay. But how does this turn on? There's electric circuits in this phone. The electricity that flows is Aquarius. Okay. You have a Libra and Gemini as a part of the programming and the aesthetic of this phone. But I need you to understand that the relationship between electricity triggering energy and converting the energy is Aquarius and Leo. So what was before Aquarius and Leo? Capricorn and Cancer. Before, the cycle we just stepped into was the creation of this physical product. What's up, Monica? Where you had materials that were needed to create this. Okay. And this is important. That's amazing. This is important because what's up, Barty? You have the materials that are created for the phone. The phone is Taurus. How you use it is Virgo, and what you can do with it is Capricorn. Nebula star said perfectly. So Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus is what upgraded my flip phone into a smartphone. So I was rocking the flip phone, the fly ass flip phone, but now Uranus went into Taurus. Now I got the Note 10. Okay. It can do so much more. This Capricorn transit that we went revolutionized what I do with this phone. And this is why this is important. I kind of want to build the imagery that your body and vessel has gone through a rigorous upgrade. Trap phone. Your body and vessel has gone through a rigorous upgrade to where you have a vessel that you can harness this power. Well, this new moon in Aquarius now laid down the electrical grid lines in this phone for you to power this with electricity. And now the moon is in Leo, and you're literally manifesting that new moon by finally turning it on. Boom. We're going to enter the new moon in Pisces. And this is where now we're going to experience what it's like to use this phone when it's on. Pisces and Virgo is augmented reality. It's using these apps to really come into a more immersed experience. A lot of the software implements imagination to be programmed realistically for us to bridge both worlds. That's all next month. So what's very important is the power is coming on. And by 6 months from now, when we're in the new moon in Leo, we're instilling newer power grids to draw electricity through. Thank you, Chris. All right. Thank you, Manda. So this is where you start to get filled in with the energy that is necessary to have substance, depth, and actual power to function a lot of your higher cosmic ability and skill, which will come with further knowledge. But many of you are really just about to download this. And as such, if the first 2 weeks was you coming into relevant knowledge about this new cycle you're stepping into, this next 2 weeks is you finally unpacking what you've learned and applying it practically and directly as soon as the moon goes into Virgo and starts to transform your entire world, because it's like, oh, I'm shining a little different now. Venus and Chiron are in Aries, which are providing an initial sense of light, but there are no other outer planets in fire other than the moon and Venus and Chiron. So please understand, this is like lighting a flashlight in a dark room. It's not like having a light on. That is so deep. Just another fool. That's so deep. It's not like having a light source. This is Barty, no super chat. You are welcome to send super chat if you want to donate any, but I'm just going to focus more on this ceremony. But nice. Shout out to the spirit advisor. So I don't want to be misleading with this analogy, because I don't want to make it sound like you're just getting electricity now. This is more just integrating more advanced electric grids that is lighting up with this energy. So it should feel like a whole burst of source energy is activated through your heart. This is why Leo is courage, because you say it with your chest and you have the courage to express your emotions and be creative with it. Libra is a step ahead of this. Leo is just the raw courage. Libra is where we get Bruno Mars and Usher, and it's like, look at all the stuff I could do with my emotions and my creativity. Oh yeah, I could do this, and I could wink at your girl while I'm doing it because I'm charming and I'm finessing. But we're not there. We're not there. We're not there. No, we're just that Leo. You just need to be courageous. You know what I'm saying? You just need to have the strength to be there. You don't have to do all that extra shit. Now, if you have a Libra and you want to, and you're finessing, I don't have any Libra. I'm savage. I'm jealous of Libra. Actually, they're cool, right? They know how to do that. They could just be Lil Wayne and just spit a freestyle in your ear. No, this is not that. Okay, this is just about not Usher. This is just about the fire, the passion, and the golden quality of your heart to literally put a whole lot of strength here. So this is going to be a pretty short ceremony. All we're going to do is tap into the knowledge of self through Aquarius, and we're going to draw that knowledge into our hearts collectively. And it should feel as if we're empowering our hearts with knowledge striking down as lightning and fueling in our hearts. Everything from your heart is fueled from your soul. This goes from Leo to Scorpio, the deeper parts of you, from your mind, Aquarius, your body, Taurus, your heart, and then Scorpio. And then it literally recycles. From Scorpio goes down to the Kundalini, comes back up your mind, boom. So this is where you're really set to almost be Iron Man and have that core in your heart. I only wish I had better analogies, but this is very cut hair in the new moon, as Monica said. Great question though, but what this is going to manifest, mind you, this is really more symbolic than anything, but we're going to call on the celestial providence. I just wanted to sound smart. We're going to call on the celestial energy of Uranus. And what this is going to do is set a trigger. So this trigger is going to take this electrical activation of source in your heart, and it's going to trigger a shocking real experience to now shift your consciousness, which is misleading to say because some of your consciousness are already shifted. So if it's already shifted, it's really just going to upgrade. And Little Fox nailed it. This is triggering your DNA. So it's like, prepare for a shocking experience. You're going to know it's Uranus because this is going to be very shocking how this goes down. And what is allowing for this to really gain fire is the grand fire trine, which once again is more like a candle in a dark room than actual light. The light you're lighting is coming from your heart. So this grand fire trine is going to invigorate you and give you small passion for you to move forward. So I would like for you to breathe down your diaphragm. What's up, Steven from El Paso? That's what's up. Appreciate you. Be aware before those results come in, because what this is going to do, we're going to connect our energy together. And because as a collective, we're going to invoke Uranus's energy when we disperse after this ceremony, this is going to manifest within hours an unexpected event and experience to be the catalyst to break through. So the intention for the ceremony is to take this source energy we've harvested and trigger a breakthrough in the way we harness our latent abilities. I only wish I could say it better because there's a way I want to understand it. I just don't know how to put it into words that well. So I would like you to breathe down to your diaphragm. Breathe out gratitude. Breathe in satisfaction. There we go. So, what's up, Ms. Ra, for show? I would like for you to feel the energy of the earth grounding you. Normally, I would say to let the energy of the earth come up your feet, but we're going to skip this step because I deliberately want you to be shocked. And so I don't want you to utilize this earth to ground out this extra dimensional energy. Our petitioning of Uranus is going to invoke extra dimensional beings that can trigger us from a higher dimension. So if you were to draw a stick figure right now, that stick figure does not see the width and breadth of your finger. It's just going to see your finger as a flat line. And so this is why some of you aren't able to perceive the extra dimensional effects of your abilities because your power operates on a fifth, sixth ninth dimensional scale, and you're not going to be able to perceive that with your material senses. It's actually impossible. So some of you are wondering, like, how come I have all these powers but you're not able to see it in a human vessel? Some of you have cosmic power. You're not, the cosmos is huge. You're not going to be able to perceive it in this third dimensional space. You're talking about perceiving seventh, ninth dimensional energy that you're only going to see in a third dimensional plane. And this is what requires you to surrender to higher forces to stretch your perception. So, as a third dimensional being, you can alter the aspect of one and two dimensional planes. Petition Uranus. It's hilarious. And this is very, very important because we're petitioning an extra dimensional force outside of 3D to now enter our 3D vessels, okay, and not really enter it, but to like trigger us. I hope this makes sense, because it's literally just as simple as setting the intention. That's it. And it's going to happen. So before you go to sleep today, this should happen to you. And you're going to know it happened because your body's going to feel shocked. If your body feels shocked, twitches in any way after this, or you like feel physiological changes, how was Uranus, electricity, unconventionality, and Taurus, physiology, physicality, base body. So this is going to be lit. The reason why it's going to be lit is because we're petitioning the cumulative effect of our energies. We have at least over 5 sets of each of the 12 zodiac signs. So this is like stacking up our intent, and we super powerful right now. So I would like for all of you to connect and imagine we're all holding each other's hands. Or you can envision white light coming down your crown representing the connection of all our energies. These symbols and visualization is a communication to our subconscious mind to allow for this connection, okay? And the reason why this is going to work is because some people here are fire signs and water signs. So they're going to feel it for us, while the air signs intellectualize this and the earth signs bind this. And we are now connected off the science that 323 people live right now are focusing in on a singular point, me, but really this broadcast. What's up, Godspeed? And this singular point is connecting all of us. As simple as that. Okay. Fire signs, please charge the energy. Water signs, please heal our energy. Yes. I don't know about the astrology community, but extraterrestrials do exist. There are there are planets that are Earth-like. They're planets that have been discovered by 12-year-olds recently that are just as big, if not bigger than Earth, that are inhabitable. And there are more galaxies in the sky than there are sand grains in the beach. Please, someone fact check me, but I think that's true. There's about as much, if not more, galaxies in the sky than there are sand grains. So to think that there is no life in any other of these places is not only naive, but it is incredibly stupid, because the universe is infinite. And as a fact, even if it'll take forever, the infinite nature of our universe dictates that if something is possible to happen, it will happen. So there is an alternate dimension where all of us are like 6 feet tall. There is a reality version of us where we all spit hot fire. What's up, Joy? So keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's probable, but it is possible. And, you know, you can telepathically connect with life outside of the solar system. So thank you, Mark, for bringing that up, because this Aquarius season is really all about tapping into that reality. Okay. So the universe is still growing and expanding. Thank you, Sunnyside. Very important to know. So as we connect our energy, as our energies are connected right now, I want you to set an intent. The intent was for the new moon in Aqua. We're manifesting that right now. But I want you to send another intent. And the reason why is now that we've acknowledged that we're connected, you setting an intent is going to hypercharge with everyone else setting an intent. And that intent is going to be a connection factor for later when we're ready to actually connect with Uranus right now. Okay. So I would like for you to envision in your mind's eye your greatest self and your dream made manifest. Your dream is something that changes at least once every year, hence Pisces season. So it's supposed to constantly change and evolve. But I would like for you to just feel your energy. Feel the energy coming from your soul to your heart, from your heart to your hands, and letting a subtle vibration take over you. If you can barely feel it, that's okay. If you're a water sign or a water moon, you're going to feel it, like, or fire. You feel this very well. Air, earth dominance, like me, we don't really feel it that much, but we sense it a little. Totally fine. Okay. As above, so below, as within, so without. What's up, Tracy? Whew. Bad girl gone goddess. What's up? I like that. That's what's up. So, disclaimer. Now our energy is connected. Now you're focusing on an intent. It could be about anything. Please know that the intent you're focusing on, what's up, Mary, is manifesting. Because of the hyper nature of Uranus, there's going to be sudden quality to this that will shock you. Okay. And first disclaimer, what we're doing is evoking a traditionally controversial primordial entity called Uranus. I don't know if you know about Uranus. He's a bit of a dick. Okay. He pretty much tried to kill his own children so that his children wouldn't overthrow him. And he thought that his wife's children were ugly, so he locked them away. He's an asshole, just like most Aquarians and Uranus influenced people. I love you, Aquarius. I love you, Aquarius. I know that's not a diss. That's not a diss. I'm just saying Uranus does not have the best reputation. So we're going to call on his energy. And you need to understand, Uranus doesn't give a fuck about your human life. Uranus doesn't care that you have work in the morning. Uranus doesn't care that you have homework. Uranus doesn't care that you have earthly responsibilities. Uranus is going to do what you petition it to do. So just know we're evoking this primordial energy, and it doesn't care that you have responsibilities. Uranus is trans-Saturnian. If you notice, Neptune's all about escapism. Uranus is all about innovation and revolution. Doesn't care about the norm. Doesn't care about the system. Thanos. Right. So keep this in mind, because Uranus might just decide to destroy your shit. Like some of you might petition to have a life of freedom and to like completely take control of your life. And Uranus is not going to be like, okay, I'm going to help you talk sweet to your boss so that you get a raise. Uranus is just going to bomb the place you work at. Bam, you can't go into work anymore. You're free. So I'm just saying, like, you might get a bit, you might manifest a bit of, oh, you're a Gemini, you can't talk. Okay, Dee. But I'm just saying, like, you might manifest a bit of some paranormal, unexpected shit. And Uranus will laugh at it. Okay. It's very tower cardy what we're doing. Very tower cardy. I gotta change my intent now. All right. Make sure you're clear, because Uranus does not like, if this was Venus, if this was Saturn, Venus and Saturn will maneuver relative to the society you're in, because these are not transitarian planets. They function within systems. Uranus does not care. In fact, Uranus will destroy your life if it means getting you what you want, because that's the quickest way. It's the way with least resistance. It's lightning. Boof. Okay, so keep that in mind. This ritual is going to do something like that. I'm not saying anything bad's going to happen. I'm just saying prepare, expect the unexpected. Okay. This is one of those rituals where something on the surface seemingly happens, like you get in a car crash but because you get in a car crash, you made it late for an event, and at that event there was a shooting at that event, that if you made it at that event you would have died, but instead you got a car crash. So in the moment it's like, damn it, my day's messed up, I'm gonna miss this party, but actually you getting looked out for. Okay, so letting you know that. No such thing as cusp signs, by the way. Great question, Ambi. You're either 29 degrees or 0 degrees. There's no 0 degrees is the only cusp energy, but it's into the next sign. So if you're 0 degrees Leo, you a Leo. You ain't no Cancer. If you're 0 degrees Capricorn, you a Capricorn. Okay? Don't If you're 29 degrees Libra, you a Libra. Okay? Like you stepping in Scorpio. So great question. But other than that, now that we've connected our energy, and now that we're in a position to make this petition, I want you to now envision you have energy from a higher mind. Ooh, Mula Marco. It is not enough for me to tell you I'm Archangel Michael, because we live in the last days where people say they're the devil. People say they're Jesus. I had about like 2 or 3 people tell me, oh, I'm really the devil. It's not enough for me to tell you I'm Archangel Michael. There has to be proof with this. I should manifest a sword. So if you want to know if I'm Michael, call on my name. Call on my name. Call on my name with intent that you're calling on me, and you should see a sign in your reality that will pretty much show you. I always come through. Keeper of the blue flame, baby. But other than but don't think of me like this human form. I'm not gonna say that in this. I'm just a human form. All right. I'm there. I hope with these videos you realize you're a soul with a physical body. So you see my physical body, but I'm more than just this physical essence. I'm not limited to just this time and space. In this form I am. And just like you are not just your physical body, you exist way outside of this. And you do when you go to sleep. So keep that in mind. Don't just believe me because I tell you I think I'm Archangel Michael. Test it out. Call on me. See what happens. All right. But anyway, I want you to envision drawing energy from your higher mind coming down electrically to your heart. Disclaimer number 2. Charging your heart, okay? Charging your heart and fueling energy in your heart attracts jealousy. And because you're storing so much light, this is going to shade darkness, and you're going to be manifesting uncharacteristic negativity from people who are fake. All right. From people who are probably going through a bad day, or they're not really about it in the inner work they have. So if you sense people hating on you more, if you sense more telepathic shade, if you sense people kind of throwing shade at you more than normal, is because they jelly. Okay, this is a good sign. Don't take it personal. Don't be mad at that person, because then you're fighting negative with negative. Don't take it personal. Okay, it is an energetic reaction to more of the light that you're pulling into your heart. And it is a proof that the light in you is stronger than the darkness in them. It is making them uneasy, and they vent by throwing you shade. The fact that they're throwing you shade puts them below you, and it means you're above it. Not because you're elitist. Great time to use cannabis, poets. Not because you're elitist, not because you think you're better than anyone, until they decide to pick themselves back up as your equal, they're beneath you. That's how this works. The moment someone tries to throw shade and put you down, they're putting themselves below you. Okay, because they're thinking they're above you. When someone thinks they're above you, they're putting themselves below you. Until they see you as an equal, then you're equal again. So keep that in mind. You're going to be getting mad shade from people who feel uncomfortable that you feel confident about yourself. And just give them a hair flip and be like, "What's up, boo boo? What you trying to do?" Okay? You don't have to be negative too. Just say it with your chest and just keep that same energy. So I want you to feel this electric energy. It should almost be like you're downloading the essence of your higher self into your heart, because that's what you're doing. And just take some time now that we've connected and we set our intent to feel that. The energy in our hearts is the currency we're going to use to petition Uranus. Mula Marco, thank you so much. That really means a lot. That really means a whole lot. By the way, all the feedback I get on the readings, I enjoy so much. Like anytime you guys write what you felt about the readings, what happened with it, I enjoy it so much. The tune-ups have been so fun. Every single person I've done an energetic tune-up with has been so fun. The cosmic tune-ups, like you guys are amazing. I was a little bit skeptical, to be honest, but not skeptical of the art, but sometimes I'm hard on myself. But you guys made me realize I have no right feeling skeptical. It's a real experience. So shout out to y'all. So shout out to Tiana Taylor. If you're doing it right, you should feel invigorated because you're feeling yourself step into yourself. That's weird, but yeah. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Aquarian Essence and Question Authority. So if there's a vision of yourself that you've been given, I want you to see the vision of yourself sending energy to your heart. That's another way you could do this too. All of my molecules are moving faster. Great sign. Oh my gosh, the moon just started to show out of nowhere over a building. Amazing. And now, whenever you feel ready, now that we're connected with this focal point, all you have to do after I count down from 3 is say something to the effects of, Uranus, we invoke and petition you to manifest a direct trigger in our real lives to break us through into the next level of conscious evolution or development or awareness. On top of that, you can say it in your own words. You can say it however you want to say it. You can use this period to put in whatever petitions. The whole point is you want to directly invoke and connect with Uranus. And this is pretty much taking our shared vibration and focusing and connecting with that vibe. Co-creation, as above, so below. And if you are ready, 3, 2, 1. Uranus, we directly invoke and petition your energy, being, and essence to directly manifest and trigger definitive physical breakthrough in our conscious evolution, development, awareness, and so it is. Daisy Divinity, hit up my Google My Business page. If you type in the Peace Dealer at Google, you should see the review page. I just felt my body go crazy right now, like energy like starting to hit. So I feel good about that. How will it work for people with Uranus in the 9th? You're going to see it. 9th house is sight, so you're going to actually see this influence your philosophy as well. But you felt that too, Mary? Like it was just like this wave of just like, so whew, this is going to intensify. And mind you, I don't really be feeling energy like that. So I don't have any reason to cap. Like, I was not expecting that. But yeah, this should be followed by downloads. And once again, Uranus is a very revolutionary energy. So if there's anything in your life that you know damn well you're wasting your time with, that you know you shouldn't be doing, that needs to be innovated, Uranus is going to pretty much destroy it. It's going to innovate the shit out of it by destroying it. Okay. Or at least, unconventionally shifting it. So I really want you to pay attention here, especially as the moon goes into Virgo. Nausea is okay, but keep this in mind because Uranus is going to come through. The T square that's occurring right now is possible because there is no energy in Scorpio. If there was any energy in Scorpio, that would put in check opposite Uranus. The fact that there isn't gives free space for this to affect you at the core of your soul from your body. That being said, any of you people with Scorpio energy in your chart, sun, moon, rising, Venus, rising, like any energy, this is going to trigger you directly as you're going to be the focal point. I feel my body vibrating inside. What the fuck? This is weird. Oh my God. It's almost like I can't even focus straight. Oh shit. I guess this worked. But yeah, Agar, it's totally fine. Just rewind like 10 or 20 minutes. But we are going to now conclude this ceremony. All you have to do now is take the energy in your heart and beam it back to the source that put down the lightning. So it's like your image of your higher self gave you the lightning, and from your physical self, you're giving it back your essence, and it's recycling. Okay. So this is just releasing the intent. Okay. And now, the reason why this is breakthrough is as follows. You have homework. I'm going to end this stream right now. And all our collective shared energy. By the way, if you watch this after live, this is a time capsule. This is timeless. So we do it for you real time. So you can just pick up the energy and do it. However, this is your homework. I'm going to end the stream. The energy that we've connected is going to disperse. And as it disperses, you're going to see this hyper manifest. Oh, I see you, Shadowbird. It was a heavy energy, bad girl, don't goddess. However, this is your homework. Okay. I truly believe nothing is impossible. So this is going to be hard for some of you. But what is one thing that you can focus on for the rest of the day that you can manifest? We want to focus on manifestation because Uranus is in the sign of production and manifestation. So what is 1 to 3 things? Vision boards are cool. I want you to take at least one thing that for the remainder of the full moon, by the time the moon goes into Virgo, will definitively manifest. The crazier, the better. Your homework is to make the impossible possible. You just pulled the full card, Didi? That's what's up. That's literally the card of Uranus. Prepare for a new adventure, okay? It's going to require open mind. However, we just petitioned for Uranus to break through. What does that look like? This is your homework. Take at least one thing that you consider impossible and make it happen. How? Don't worry about how. The moon will go into Virgo. Don't worry about how. But just focus, connect with Uranus for the rest of this full moon, and just focus on one thing that you want to manifest before the full moon exits into Virgo, and know that you're going to make it happen. Don't worry about if it happens or not. Your homework is to directly intend and put in work to make the impossible possible. If you think manifesting $500,000 in an instant is impossible, then let that be it. It is not impossible. It is actually super possible. Not probable, very possible. If you think it's impossible to make a golden unicorn appear out of nowhere, you can let that be your intention. Also, not impossible. I'm a unicorn. So you're looking at a unicorn right now. I'm just in human form. So just keep that in mind. Like, this is going to challenge what you think is impossible, but your homework is to focus on an impossible intent and make it happen. Don't worry about how, just focus on it happening. And because the moon is in Leo, all you want to do right now for the rest of this full moon is do activity that puts you in your heart. That could be making a song, that could be listening to your favorite music, that could be dancing to your favorite music, that could be playing your favorite game. This is going to be how you manifest the impossible. So counterintuitive. You would think, okay, if I want to make something impossible happen, I gotta do something practical and work to it. Uranus has got you covered. Come up with an intent that you think is impossible. Tell Uranus, this is what I want to break through with, and just focus on it. And as you focus on it, do stuff that's fun to you and watch it happen. For those of you that manifest this, send me an email or comment down below what that was. If you want to keep a secret, you can keep a secret, but really comment this, okay? And you might manifest a first step towards it, or you might manifest it all completely. The purpose is for you to set the intention to manifest something you think is impossible and make it happen and watch it happen. Okay. You'll find it's not really as impossible as you thought. And until next time, stay blessed as always.